Hey, what's up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the draw, on the play rather, for game one. Opponent keeps opening 7. So we're gonna go Windswept Thief, Fetch, Sprawl. Ideally, we want to find a 7-minute value spell for lab. The question is whether or not we want to keep Speaker, 6, or Talisman. We definitely want to keep the Spawn. If I play the Speaker, then we're guaranteed the Spawn after. If we play the 6, we could ramp into the Spawn. If we find a 7-minute value spell, we could play Talisman into Speaker or 6. I'm thinking pitch the Speaker. But 6 is required to actually get a land, where Speaker can at least guarantee a +1, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's drop the 6 then. We can always pick it back up later. We'll fetch for a forest and go for green and pass and pass. Scouting Tarn, fetch 19. 4. Steam Vent Shock, could be Blink. Tameo, could be Wizards. Opal, Cutter. Could be Cutter. We'll draw. Bobble target me, always yield. Draw. 7-minute value spell. Rumble's not bad. I would... Well, there's some interesting thoughts here. On one hand, I want to... I guess we'll just rumble. Yeah, let's rumble. Do you have a force or a flare? Force would be unfortunate. Flare would be tolerable. Mox Opal's offline regardless. We whiff on the 7-minute value spell. We find a forest and an ice hill. We'll grab... Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. The ice hill's tempting. But if we go that route, then we can't kick Myco Spawn next turn. I'm going to go forest. Play the forest. And cast the Talisman and pass. So next turn, if we draw into a 7-minute value spell, we can kick the Myco. Otherwise, we can Formidable Speaker. Saga. Would love to see a 7-minute value spell here now. That way we can kick the Saga. Is this a Corey Steel Cutter? It's a dashed Ragavan. That I was not expecting. Ragavan will Pilfer. Hits my 7-minute value spell, of course. So now we have 10 hits instead of 11. Opal, crack for the Tameo flip. Okay. Ragavan back to hand. We'll draw. Second Speaker. I will play Speaker. I will pitch Speaker. I will grab... What do I want to grab here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm thinking Devour to get rid of the Tameo, honestly. Let's go Devour. I'm going to imprint Devour. And we're going to pass. So next turn we can kick the Myco ramp into the Devourer is the idea. This way we can at least deal with the Saga. Opal is offline. At least for now. I imagine Tameo pluses. Saga trigger. So now they can make construct, sure. Not too horribly pressed about that. The Opal's still offline. Tamiyo plus. We will need to attack down this Tamiyo at some point. We'll draw. Devourer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I want to hit this Saga. At the same time, I want to get rid of this Tamiyo. We can do it next turn, though. So I'm thinking we will Myco Kick. Myco Kick hit the Saga. Saga will make a construct. That's fine. To the 2/2. We could Ghost Quarter the other Saga. That's an idea. Alternatively, we could Shifting Woodland, and that would allow me to grab back Ice Till later. Both are tempting. The only downside of this Ghost Quarter, of course, is that I can't actually get rid of the Saga. What do I want to do, though? I'm thinking I might just go Temple. I think that's probably the best idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we'll go Temple. And no point in attacking. We'll pass. You'll make a construct. That's fine. Or rather, you can start making constructs. That's fine. One short of Opal. Tamiyo plus, but we're going to be able to exile Tamiyo next turn. Yep, Tamiyo pluses. That's fine. We can return to another Saga. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a Haywire Mite. Okay. Let's see. Opal's online then. You could get rid of Sprawl or Talisman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't really matter too much. Target Talisman. That's fine. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just debating whether or not I want to devour from underneath the lab or the one from hand. The biggest thing is, of course, if I do go for the one from hand, then it's possible they might just get rid of the speaker. They have 1, 2, 3 types in yards. They'd need a dismember to make that work, though. I'll play it safe, I think. We'll draw. Myco spawn. Interesting. Let's go to combat first. Attack at Tamiyo. See if we can get this construct off board. Surprised they didn't hold on to the Mite. Junebug's a pretty good player, so I'm expecting them to see through this bait, but we'll see. They want to ult Tamio, that much is clear. They'll block. Perfect. So in that case, we have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. So no, we have to go Devourer. What I can do though, 2, 4, 6, 7, 7, 8. No. There's no point in doing that. We'll just do this. K-Return, Devour, Devour Tamio. Only way out of this one is if you have a Consign main. No Consign main, no K-Return needed. And we'll pass. Would have loved to have been able to get rid of the Saga. Bolt, Myco Spawn, fine. I will pass. Next turn we can Myco kick the other Saga. Makes another construct, sure. It'll be a 3/3. Tormod's Crypt. That is unfortunate, but does make sense. Kind of cuts away at what I wanted to do next turn, which was to go for Shifting Wood. Preordain is fine. In that case, I might go Sanctum of Ugin instead of Shifting Wood as my thought here. Bobble. Tormod Script me, sure. I'll draw. Sire 7th is pretty good. Let's see here. We can go like this. Myco kick. Myco kick and Final Scoop it up. We'll take the win. Still trying to get a read on what this is. I mean, at a glance, it very much feels like Cutter, but I haven't seen Cutter around in a hot minute is the problem, and we didn't see any of the mainstays of that deck, like, well, Corey Steel Cutter. I guess it could be something like Affinity, but that doesn't really track in my opinion. Not based on what I was seeing. The Haywire Might alone suggests the existence of Green Source's main, which Affinity doesn't normally play. Everything else could line up, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of what we need to take out, though. I'm thinking at the very least we bring in Heat. We didn't see an Emery, so we're going to trim out a Bajuka Bog. We'll trim out a Rumble. Debating on 6. Game 2, Game 3... They're going to have Consign for sure. They do play red, so there's still the potential for land destruction. So you should probably keep Ice Till in until we have a better idea of what we're playing against. Probably drop 6, since they have the Tormod's Crypts. Maybe trim out an Emrakul even. Could bring in Bobble, but on the draw I'm a little bit more hesitant. K-Returns are interesting. Might actually bring in Dismember over K-Return based on what we saw. And let's run it back like that for now. I'm still feeling like this could be Cutter. This hand looks very nice. I like this a lot, actually. I will keep. I'll reveal. I will pass. Steam Vent Shock 18 for Tamio. Okay. Opal. Okay. Trigger. We have Rumble, Sprawl. I'm thinking we want to go... Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go Rumble. The question is whether I want to imprint the Ugin or Devourer. Both are castable at the same rate based on the current hand. So I'm thinking we imprint Devourer. Yeah. Lab. Imprint. Talisman. Pass. And pass. Saga. Trigger. Is this Cutter? Another dashed Ragavan. Ragavan will pilfer. What does Ragavan pilfer today? Ragavan pilfers a sowing Myco spawn. That would have been nice. Blue. Emery. Looking more and more like Cutter. Riddler Consign Saga. Fascinating. Yeah, I really don't know what this is anymore. The Quantum Riddler kind of throws me the hell off. Blue. Do you crack the clue? Another opal. Interesting. Alright. Ragavan dashed. Why do that, though? I'm confused. Fascinating. We'll draw. So there's Ragavan in hand plus 1 unknown. A second K command's very nice. Oh, I might see why they did that for the Emery. Opal's offline. So my initial thought here is to get rid of Emery and ramp. No, there's no reason for them to assume that I'm playing Trinisphere. Debating whether or not we want to fire off the K command now. I think I do. I want to play around Consign. We know Ragavan and 1 unknown, so it can be a flare, but it cannot be a force. Ramping for 3 would mean that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next time we can play Ugin or Devourer. I don't care as much about Tamiyo right now, so I think Ugin is correct. Let's get rid of the Emery. Emery's down and we'll pass. We also have K Command X1 if we really want to get rid of the Tamiyo, but I'm not too pressed. Go to combat. Attack with Tamiyo. So again, there's Ragavan, 1 unknown. Second main, end step. Well, Opal's online. Question is whether or not I want to play around Consign to memory. There's this member, that's fun. So they're going to be able to make a construct, sure. To rumble or not to rumble? That is the question. Ragavan, 1 unknown. I want to use K command as permission. So we're going to Verdant Cat fetch. For a forest. And I am going to cast Rumble. Does Rumble resolve? Rumble resolves. There's Ice Till Myco shifting. Ooh. Well, that makes things interesting. So clearly they don't have any counter magic. At least nothing that can counter colored spells. So no Metallic Rebuke. Though I guess we still have the mana to pay, so they probably just wouldn't. So we could go Myco. And we could cast it but not kick. Even though I want to kick that Saga is the problem. I desperately want to kick that Saga. The problem is it would take 2 of our spawns to do it. I'm not a big fan of that, playing into a wholesale consign. Though I guess what we could do is grab Ghost Quarter. That actually seems like a relevant idea. Let's do that. Let's go Myco. I will cast Myco. Yield all. You have consigned to memory. I'm going to grab Ghost Quarter. And we're going to go to end step. I'd like for you to tap down that Urza Saga friend. Scouting Tarn. You can still Saga at this point. Surveil. Makes a construct. I'll hit the construct at this, or hit the Saga at this point and pass. Gets an island. We're gonna hold the Dismember 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so we can pay 1. We'll make the Tamiyo, or make the construct bigger. They could flip to Tamiyo. Makes a clue. We could block the construct and then attempt to dismember. They'd likely tap out with crack 2 clues, tap out to flip. In which case we could K command X1 to get rid of the Tamiyo. But then... well, actually, we don't even need to do that. I have an idea, yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go to blocks. We'll block. Prior to damage. We'll dismember the Tamiyo. So they want to keep the Tamiyo. They're going to need to crack 2 clues and tap out. And next turn we can devour Ugin the Tamiyo. Draw a card. So this now means that Consign is down unless they have another in hand. It also shrinks the construct. Tamiyo plus. Okay. End step, they're tapped down. Perfect. Ooh, devour from hand rather than the Ugin. What are the chances... opponent scoops it up, will take the win. Opponent has deemed that they're in an untenable position. Yeah, I mean, that seemed like the best case scenario for us because we force them to flip if they want to keep the Tamiyo. We can then either cast Devour or Ugin from underneath Lab and just get rid of the Tamiyo. The K command can get rid of the construct. We're just in a really solid position. Yeah, and even if they went for... they'd either have to choose the body or the trigger on the Ugin, and they can't give me the body, so they'd have to allow the trigger to resolve getting rid of Tamiyo. Yeah, that was just an untenable position for them. Good stuff. We'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. That hand's not much better. Suppose they were playing against Reanimator. Like, again, much like the first hand, the best outcome here is we find a Lab off top for a turn 2 Myco, but I think I'm mulligan again. Oh, that's so much worse. I reasonably could have kept the 6, but now if we go down to 4, fine. Sure, we'll keep it. How do you want to proceed here? We have 4, so I'm thinking you, done. Pass. It's workable. Polluted Delta, pass, draw, Lab, which I, well, kind of wish I kept the Breaker, but we want the Myco, I think. We're gonna Misty Rainforest pass. Polluted Delta, 19. Surveil, looking less and less like Reanimator. Polluted Delta, Hedge Maze, Beseiju. Okay, I was about to say Birthing Ritual. Looks like it. End step, fetch. Surveil. Talisman top. We can't get rid of anything with the commands. I think Talisman top. Draw, Temple, Talisman pass. Then so we draw into a 7 of value spell, we can kick Myco next turn. And also means we now have a green source in case they do Birthing Writ into a Harbinger. Hedge Maze, Surveil, top. End step. Awk trigger, always yield. We could get rid of Awk. That is a thought here. K command X equals 3. Rumble. So we could go Rumble and try and find a 7-mana value spell to tuck underneath Lab. That's kind of risky though. We could just Lab, exile Scry Draw, find a land for Myco Kick next turn. I think that's probably right. We're actually going to do something fun. So we're going to Lab with trigger on the stack. We're going to Scry Draw exile the Awk. And done. With the trigger still on the stack, it's kind of interesting. Because if we find a 7-mana value spell off top, we can tuck it underneath Lab still and ramp for next turn. Force a negation. Shit. Well, it was a chance. I know that this Birth Ritual doesn't usually play too many forces. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't, but no such luck. Ice Fang. Draw a card. Awk attack, manifest creature attack, 7 down to 12. Another Birthing Writ. So now they can dig how many deep? 14 deep. Yee. That's a yikes. There's the Harbinger. We still have the green source thanks to the talisman that we kept. Awk trigger. Pretty sure they have this one, though. What are my outs here? Next turn we're looking at 5, 7, 9, 11, down to 1. Myco Spawn doesn't... Oh, no. We actually can't cast anything because the talisman will ping us unless we block. Interesting, because my thought here was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find a land, 6, mill over a K return, and pray we find a land for Devour, but we have to block is the problem. So in that case, we will Myco Spawn, yield all. This way we can block. We'll grab a forest. And we'll pass. So at least this way we get a turn unless they get rid of the Myco Spawn. If they get rid of the Myco Spawn, we lose on the spot. It's been a while since I've played against Birthing Ritual. But this is looking like a loss in game 1 for sure. Is this a sink in the stupor? No? Flipping a subtlety? Yes. So we take 8 down to 3. Reasonable. Okay. We'll take the hit. So what's my out here? Ritual 1, Ritual 2. Again, dig 12 or dig 14 deep. So we get a draw and a rumble. Sack subtlety for Ice Fang draw. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. At most 5. Another Ice Fang draw. Oculus trigger. Draw. Ugin doesn't cut it. We rumble. You have a flare and or force. There's the force. We'll concede. Okay. So in that case, we're going to want Bauble Cage for sure. K-Return is semi-relevant. The problem is it can take a lot of work to get rid of, let's say, Oculus. Though everything else does die to it, with the exception of Subtlety. So, like, Oculus, Subtlety don't unless it's already in Yard. The problem is they also run Endurance. So I'm thinking K-Return out. Bajuka Box Stage. Trim the Gemstone. How many basics do they normally run? Let's see if I can find a list, which actually might be a lot harder now with the recent changes. Let's see here. Endurance, yes. What was I asking about? Basics. 4. Yeah, like 4 basics-ish. So I'm thinking maybe no to quarter, which allows me to bring in Heat Dismember. How many forces? Looks like almost 4 copies now. So that's actually an update from what I remember. It's like 2 to 4. So Ugin's probably out. In which case we can bring in Heat and or Dismember. Dismember should clear everything in their deck. The only downside of Dismember versus Heat, of course, is the fact that if Heat gets countered, we don't lose life. If Dismember gets countered, we do. So give and take there. We just keep 1 Ugin back then. Though we could also trim an Emrakul. We'll run it back like this. On the play for game 2. On one hand, we could. A 7 advised spell changes it, but we only have 10 hits off top, 1 draw to hit. Otherwise, I guess we do. Well, actually, we get 2 looks because of Wooded Foothill Surveil. Yeah, why not? We can make it work. So 10 hits for Lab into, let's say, Talisman, Rumble, or just straight up Speaker. Otherwise, we can consider just going Rumble. We will pass. I guess also Sprawl would be fine. Sprawl into Rumble next turn. That'd be okay. Would prefer 7-mana value spell though, for sure. Surveil, Resolves. Ice, or Oracle, Wooded Foothill, Surveil, Myco Spawn. Sure. Not what I was looking for, but I'll take. Forest. For Rumble. Do you have a force? No force. Emrakul, Ice Till. I'll take the Ice Till. And we'll pass. Next, we play Lab Ice Till, see if they have a Subtlety, I suppose. Polluted Delta, fetch 19. What you got here, friend? Blue, green, Coiling Oracle. Finds the Birthing Ritual for next turn. So they could have Flares, the next problem. We'll draw. Devour is a fantastic hit for us right now. I will imprint Devourer. And I think I'm just going to cast Myco Spawn, because if they have a Flare... Well, actually, if they have a Flare, that's kind of fine, because then they can't Ritual. So we're going to go Ice Still, see if you have a Flare. You have the Flare, that's fine. So our bait paid off for us, because next time we can kick the Myco. And pass. There's the Ritual. They could have a Consign, but that would be fine. We'll draw 6. Ooh. Ooh. That's interesting. Alright. I still think we'll Lab kick Myco. Though kicking Myco doesn't actually stop them from playing anything next turn. So I think what I'll do is lab, no imprint, cast Myco. Myco spawned, you have consign. Supposedly no. I will grab Temple or Shifting. Thinking Shifting would land here. Though we only have 3 types in Yard that can be addressed. Shifting. Cast Speaker. Speaker Pitch Talisman. And we have 4 types in Yard for Shifting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. However, if they get to Harbinger, it gets a bit more difficult. We have filtering through speakers. We can go, if they have a Harbinger, we can go green, 1, 2, 3, filter green, which would allow me to play the Ice Till. If we wanted to go Ice Till. Otherwise, we could go Myco spawn, but I'm thinking maybe Ice Till here. Though if Ice Till in Yard, we could just Shifting for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. There's so many choices here. We could go Devour of Destiny to hit the Birthing Rip. That is a thought. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. No. Trying to think of what I can cast in addition to Shifting next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go Ice Till then. We'll pass. I have ideas. And pass. Snow-covered forest, 4 in hand. Is this a Harbinger? No, it's an Oculus. That's fine. So you're not going to Birthing Rip then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 land gets us Devourer. They could have Consign mana up, theoretically. Rit trigger. Well, they definitely didn't have Consign last turn. I mean, if they go for the Flare on the Ice, I'm okay with that. Really? Harbinger? That's fine. We'll draw. Stomping Ground. That gets even more fun now. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 6, leaving back 1, 2 for a Talisman, I suppose, but not probably worth it. So I think we just filter here. So we go tap, tap, untap, filter, tap 1, 2, Ice Till. I will grab Sanctum of Ugin Mill. Graph Diggers would be nice. Wooded Foothill Mill. Myco Spawn. Not enough for 6 this turn, rather we don't have the green mana. We're also now 1 short of types in Yard for Shifting, though we don't need to worry about that right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next turn we'll 6. We'll attack with Myco. Right now we're angling towards either Myco or Emrakul. We'll pass. Ice Fang draw. No Death Touch yet to worry about. Keywords on yet. Birthing Writ will trigger. 1, 2, 3. Fiddleflip draw 2, up to 6. We'll draw. Well, there's a MTGO. So what can we do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 mana. We can't MTGO right now, not without a colorless. But what we can do is play 6. Okay, so I have an idea here. Let's start with 6. Actually, let's start with combat. I think that's probably correct. Let's start with combat. Icefang Quaddle's not an issue. If they want to throw their entire board in front of Ice Till, that's fine. So we're going to go to combat first. Attack with Micah Spawn, attack with Ice Till. Down to 10, second main. We're going to start with 6 in that case. 6. So we are going to grab, I'm thinking either the Talisman or the Grafdigger. The benefit of the Grafdigger, of course, is that stops the ritual. I think that's probably right. So we're going to retrace Grafdigger. Pay the 1. Pitch the Stomping Ground, Grafdigger Cage. I'm going to play Stomping Ground, mill a card. Unfortunately, creatures in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Actually, retrace should work the same way as escape. So I think it should still be able to be cast, because it says enters the battlefield. Can't cast spells from graveyards, never mind. But that's fine. That's actually okay by me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, filter. So we're going to filter. Because this stops the Birthing Writ, which is the biggest thing. And cast Myco Spawn. Yield all. I think we just want another forest at this point. Go forest. Mill Ice Till. World Breaker. Now we can't retrace World Breaker, but we can bring it back, though we don't have any colorless to do. So, not just yet. We'll pass. When we have a board full of creatures and their birthing ritual is bricked, and if they unbrick it, then we can retrace. Sure. I'll grab a Stomping Ground, tapped. Mill. K command. I mean, I have all the mana in the world right now. You don't attack, second main. Birthing Writ. Oh, they overpaid for Boseiju because they forgot Thibblethip's legendary. Interesting. Oculus, sure. Trigger. Unfortunate about that Boseiju. What is this? Are you hasting in an endurance? Or rather, flashing it in endurance? That's what it seems like, but you don't have green, friend. So you can pitch, but you can't cast. Alright, manifest. We'll draw. Temple. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, 6, my friend. You are looking good right now. So I'm thinking that we are going to go for Emrakul. Do we want to do that after attackers? No, I think we just retrace now. So retrace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pitch Temple. Retrace. Do you have a consigned memory? You do. How unfortunate. But I'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Alright, I guess they did not have consigned memory, in fact. Alright. Well, let's go to game 3 then. So Gemstone in, Rumble out. And I think that is it. Yeah, and these control matchups, 6 is really good. But again, this is where 6 shines. Unfortunately, 6 main board has not performed well. So I do think it might just be more of a sideboard card. Interesting hand. It's functional, though. We'll keep. We'll pass. We'll love to see a summon a value spell for 6 on 2. We'll draw. District Surveil. Would like not to see any more lands, though. That's for sure. We'll pass. Otherwise, we'll probably go Temple into Rumble on 2 as it stands. Surveil, Land to Yard. Opponent having a similar issue, it seems. Passing. Could have an Ice Fang. We'll draw. K Command is interesting. But I think we fire off the Rumble here. Do you have a Force? You do not. Devour of Destiny. I think we do go Devour. We do go with Devour then, and we'll pass. Show me an Ice Fang Quaddle. There's the Ice Fang draw. Wish I had enough for the K command, but alas. Show me the Ritual. Watergrave Shock, 4. Harbinger's fine here. Attack with Ice Fang, hit for 1, down to 19. We'll draw. I will play the Forest and see if we can resolve 6. 6 resolves. In that case, I will pass. We can block the Ice Fang. Yeah, 6 hitting board is very good. What we need to find right now, though, is a Talisman. Alawara. Is this another Harbinger? Charlotte's Agent. What do you find? Ritual. That is unfortunate. Yield all. What do you find off the Ritual? That is the real question here. End step. Opponent's definitely playing Consign. I'd be shocked if they weren't. Dig 7 deep. I mean, worst case scenario here is an Oculus. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. I guess they could. That is actually interesting that, yeah, they do still have the agent, don't they? We'll draw. Dismember. Well, now that is interesting, isn't it? Okay. That does make things interesting. We could attack with 6. Yeah, let's start by attacking with 6 here. Yes, it means the Ice Fangs can connect, but that's fine. Ice Fangs don't have Death Touch right now. 3 other snow permanents. Right now they only have 2, and they can't flash 1 in. So we'll attack with 6 and mill. Mycospawn, Ugin, K-Command. We can play the Mycospawn. Six will connect. So in that case, I do want to retrace. Let's play Stomping Ground Shock. Or not Shock, rather, because Harbinger. We'll cast the Mycospawn if retrace no kicker. And discard a lab. You have Consign. No Consign. Do I want a second forest? I think I want a temple to set up. Yes. Temple. We have Dismember. Their biggest out here would be Force or Flare. Regardless, we should probably play it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn. Actually, do I care to Dismember right now? I don't think I do, actually. Because we can't capitalize off of the mana generated. I'm just going to hold the Dismember then. We'll use it as permission to try and resolve the Ugin next turn. Another Ice Fang. So the Ice Fangs now do have Death Touch. You will draw a card. Sure. And that Death Touch is relevant. We'll take 2 down to 17. Choose not to attack. Ritual trigger. That will resolve. Chooses not to. We're going to Dismember Harbinger. You have a hard cast Flare or Force. Looks like they do. Or not. What are we thinking here, friend? They keep on tapping and untapping. There's the hardcast Force. Dismember to exile. We'll draw. Sire 7 death. Well, that makes it interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugin or Sire? Sire is much harder to counter. Because Ugin can get forced, but we, no matter what, get the resolution of the trigger, actually. Yes. So we're going to go Lab, retrace Ugin. Discard Bog. Ugin trigger, target Harbinger. Harbinger down. Resolves and resolves. That's friggin' huge. So we're going to 0. I'm going to ramp Scrydraw or Scrydraw, or either Scrydraw Exile. Actually, I can't exile the Ice Fang, so I think we're going to ramp Scrydraw, yeah. And done. I'm going to get rid of Birthing Writ. And opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Solid. We played them using the Dismember as bait. That was fantastic. All right. We'll be back for match number 3. All right. And we're back for match number 3. On the draw for game 1. Pitch Bajuka Bog. Devour reveal and pass. Isa Devourer. 3 exiled. Karn TKS. Lab Imprint. If you have a Mind Stone. I mean, if you have a turn 2 Karn, this gets tricksy. Lab. So then we're going to Commercial District Surveil. Ooh, Ice Till. Ice Till's interesting, but I might need Myco Spawn next turn. Well, I guess we are guaranteed Myco Spawn next turn. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to go Ice Till top, and then Sprawl. Going for green, and pass, because next turn we can go Myco Spawn into Ghost Quarter if needed. I just need to hope they don't have Karn. Temple. Do you have Karn on too? No. Is this a TKS? TKS would be fine. There's the TKS. I imagine you take the Myco. So now the question becomes, do we Rumble or Ice Till? I think we Rumble next turn. What? Opponent. Are you insane? Alright, decisions were made. No imprint. Cast Myco Spawn. That was questionable, friend. Ghost Quarter. Do we Ghost Quarter now is the next question. I think the answer is yes. Knock him down by 1. Ghost Quarter the lab. And pass. Next turn we start the Ghost Quarter loop. Unless you have a TKS or K command. We'll pass. Tower. Sure. TKS attacks. We'll take it. Down to 16 we'll draw. Temple. We're going to stick with the Ice Till loops. Oh, I need to tap that differently. Ice Till, do you have a K command? Ghost Quarter Mill. Sees K command. I will Ghost Quarter Temple. Float. Suggesting you have K command. Ghost Quarter. Mill. Emerald Coolty Yard. Phase change. Do you have K command? Pain cost. And there's the K command. X equals 4. Target self. Sure. Two basics is pretty standard for Tron, so they should fail to find on this next Ghost Quarter. 1 top, 3 bottom draw. In that case, do we want a Ghost Quarter? Right now they have access to 7, 8 mana. I do think I want a Ghost Quarter, hit tower, and pass. Fails to find. Passing. What you got here, opponent? Mine. 8 mana once again. Three in hand. All unknown. 7 mana, 4. K command. 6 mana, K command. Scry draw exile. Sure, that's fine. One top, 3 bottom draw. Attack of TKS. Sure, that's okay. Draw. Rumble. I will cast Rumble to start. Temple Breaker. Emrakul. Let us see here. 4, 5, 6. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have another Rumble, though. We'll grab Emrakul. Yes. I will then play Temple. Rumble. Cyrus 7 Death. So confirming 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually 13 exactly. So we'll go Cyrus 7 Death, Emrakul. Done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. So even if they get rid of Emrakul, we can still get there. We'll attack with Mega Spawn as we're not going to be blocking here. What say you, opponent? You have 6 mana and a dream. Paying cost Bauble. Sure. Crack Bauble, draw a card. Looking for Karn or K command. Power Plant's not bad. Passing. Attack with TKS. Down to 8. Sure. Second main. You might as well crack the Mind Stone, draw a card at this point. If you're just going to pass back into my Emrakul. Sure. Draw, K command. Yield all. Go to combat. We'll attack. Should probably just block with the spawn. You do not, though. We'll draw. Cyrus 7 Death. We'll draw. So how would we like to proceed? You have Tron next turn. Let's go to combat. Swing in of TKS. We'll block with Emrakul. Trigger, target me. Draw Talisman. So we are going to sack the spawns for sure. We'll crack the Mind Stone, draw card. Karn, you say? Well, that's annoying. So we can Karn. What do you have in your exile? Nothing I can grab of relevance, unfortunately. Putting it under lab does nothing. So I think we will simply pass them. Like, I guess we could Karn minus, but then they'll just get the minus again and play Sire, and they go for bridge. Yeah. So I think our best play here is just to pass. We'll pass. So yeah, they can Karn into bridge, stop the Emrakul from attacking, but it doesn't stop the Myco spawn. So we can tack Karn down then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, Karn bridge. Otherwise, you play Sire to give yourself a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a K command, which is relevant. Did we exile our other breaker? We did not, thankfully. So we have a second breaker for the bridge. Is a Sire or a Karn? Sire does give you another turn. 2, 4, 5. Unless I find a temple here. We'll draw. No temple, just another Sire. Playing Playing the Talisman doesn't make sense, of course. So I think we just attack and with Emrakul, push him to 1, and hold up K command. Attack with Emrakul. I guess they could attack with Sire. That does make it a bit more complicated. 2, 4, 5, 6. One short Sire. Karn. They're gonna have how much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. X3. If they have a ballista, we would have to mitigate what, 4 damage? Unless they have a tower, in which case 6, 8, 4. We have to mitigate 5 damage. Which we can do. Yeah, we'll attack in with Emrakul. Down to 1. We'll hold the K command. Attack. So in response, I'm going to need to ramp and scry draw. Done. X equals 4. So next turn, let's see here. If I block, so I said I need to mitigate how much damage? 5? Which leaves 2 spawns. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sanctum will be able to get us 2 Breaker, though. So in that case, I'm thinking bottom all, pocket the Sanctum, top. We go to blocks, we block, and block. Mitigate 5, go to 6. Actually, I guess, can I just mitigate 4? Mitigate 4, go down to 4. Karn, 3, 6, 8. No, we need to mitigate 5. No. Mitigate 4 down to 4. 6, 8. Okay, then we take 4. So yeah, we need to mitigate 5. Oh no, Jesus Christ, I'm doing my math all wrong. So we take 4, if we block 4, we take 3, down to 5. So we take, yeah, we go down to 5, which means we can't die to Ballista. Yeah, this is fine. We block like this is fine. We're good. This also means that we're primed for Breaker, I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So this is fine. So now we're not dead to Ballista. And if they go Karn into Bridge, we can get rid of Bridge. Karn minus. Bridge. Yep. Cast Bridge with Tower, I'd imagine. What is this? Ugin. Ugin's not enough, though. Yep, that's still not enough. Ugin 0 for Bridge. Yep. Yield all. End step, draw. So now we can go Sanctum of Ugin. They did miss my Sprawl. Actually, that would have stopped my Breaker play, wouldn't it? They straight up missed my Sprawl. Because I would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We would have been short 1. So now we can go tap 1, 2, 3. Breaker, sack, lab. Play Sanctum. Green. 1, 2, 3. Breaker break. Break the bridge. The only problem here, actually, is that I can't attack. Can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that kind of sucks now, doesn't it? Yeah, I can't attack. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess they do have to block, yeah. So I guess they have to block with Sire if we attack in at them. The only downside here is the Karn. And that's what I'm kind of worried about here. We hit the bridge. Sanctum trigger. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could go Sire next turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. 11, 14. Meaning that they play Ballista, they can win next turn is the only problem. We can grab another Breaker, but then we're short 1 of Breaker next turn. I guess to be fair, we're dead to Ballista no matter what, aren't we? Yeah, we're dead to Ballista no matter what. So I guess we do force them to block the Sire and pray they don't have Ballista in deck. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice Sanctum, because going for a Breaker might not make sense here. Then we Sire next turn if they grab back the bridge. The next problem is then the Ugin, though. Shit. We're just stuck in this like catch-22. No matter how I look at it, is the problem. Yeah, we're very much stuck in a catch-22 because of Sire. You know, 5 mana kind of, or 5 life kind of sucks here. Like, I feel like we play this correctly, but we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm gonna say no to the Sanctum. We attack them. They block. Yeah, we just have to hope that they don't play the Ballista. But looking at their list that they played 6 days ago, they do play Ballista. So chances are we are going to lose here. Breaker cannot block Sire. Sire has Menace. Yeah, that's the problem. If we attack them, they are forced to block a Sire. If we attack Karn, they're not forced to block, and we die to Sire. So at this point, we just need to hope that Karn doesn't have, or that they don't have Ballista in deck for whatever reason. Even if they don't have Ballista in deck, the next issue is that we then need to get through another bridge. Because they can just grab back bridge. There's the Ballista. We'll concede. Yep. I mean, I feel like I played that correctly, all things considered. I think, unfortunately, we're just stuck between a rock and a hard place. All right. So we're going to bring in Flute, bring in Heat, cut the K return, Gemstone Cavern, Bajuka Bog, and 6, and run it back. Trying to think of what I could have done differently there. Yeah, not much we could have done differently, I don't think. I think we played that all correctly. I'm trying to think. I think we blocked correctly. I think we played around the TKS correctly. We played Emrakul correctly. It's just unfortunate that they had the Karn in hand. I guess theoretically speaking, we could have minused the Karn just to take take 2 loyalty off of it. But I'm not even sure if that would have been the right play. Because we knew that they had to go Karn in the bridge, but they opted to go the Sire first, which made it hard for me because I was forced to block to play around the Ballista the first time. Like, we specifically were playing around the Ballista. And it was a good thing to do so, because if we had taken the full 7 from Sire, the first attack, we would have lost to Karn into Ballista. Now, mind you, they didn't have the full 10 mana, or rather the full 8 mana that I calculated because they didn't have the tower. We knew they had another Tron land, but we played around the potential for them drawing into the tower, which I think was still correct. That way we're guaranteed another turn. Yeah, I mean, the K command to K command definitely won them the game there for sure. What a tunk. K command, pretty good card. Because, yeah, that hit my Ice Till. They're able to ramp. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the K command probably to just cinch them the game, honestly. That one was Trixie for sure. All right, on the play for game 2. Interesting. It's workable. Not my favorite, but workable. Reveal, trigger, temple, rumble. Interesting. See, I'm tempted to go rumble here for Kicks Myco on 3. No matter what, we get a Myco spawn on 3, so yeah, we're gonna go rumble. Imprint Devourer and pass. And pass. Lab Imprint. Do you have a Mind Stone? You do. Again, I fear Karn on 2. Forest, Rumble, Talisman of Impulse. How many types am I going to have in yard? 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab the Talisman. We're going to cast the Talisman. Hold red for TKS or Karn. Temple, getting a bit of deja vu. There's Karn. Karn will resolve, but before it does, we float. Do it. Grab the liquid metal coating. Honestly, I mean, yeah. So, Karn, that will resolve. That's fine. You want to grab a liquid metal coating? Call my bluff? Flute? Flute's fine. Hit Karn. Karn down. Pass. Show me a soul land here. That'd be fantastic. Draw. Sprawl. Close. But no cigar. We'll go for green or for red. Let's go red. And then we're going to cast Myco Spawn. Do I grab Ghost Quarter and hit Lab? Thinking I do. Knock him down to 4 Eldrazi mana. 2, 4, 5. The other option, of course, would be going Temple to set up for Sire. Another option would be going Shifting Woodland to start attacking in, but I think Ghost Quarter might be right. Let's go Ghost Quarter. And Quarter Lab pass. And pass. A waste. What you got here? Fleshraker's fine. Still have Flute. We can absolutely heat the Fleshraker, though I'm not too perturbed about that. Talisman. I will cast the Talisman. Again, we're going to hold the heat. We'll attack with the Myco Spawn. Down to 17. I think I continue to hold the heat, though hitting the Fleshraker is very tempting. Because obviously they didn't have a TKS. They had a TKS, they had to play the TKS. Let's go to end step and see if they play the Flute. They do not. Do I hit them now? No, I think I'll hold. Let's just hold and see what they have. Go to main. You should go to combat before doing anything else, but choose to play something. Is this a TKS? A second Fleshraker. Yikes. Hate that. I'm going to heat the Fleshraker now, then. Fleshraker out, pass. 3 mana. 4 cards in hand. Paying cost for Mind Stones. Mana neutral, 3 mana. We'll take 1 down to 17. And passing. I would love to see a land here for the Sire. We'll draw. Perfect. Let's go to combat then. Attacking with Myco. You take the hit. You do. Stomping Ground Shock. And Sire 7 death. We'll pass. And pass. Mine. Okay. Crack Mindstone, draw a card. Okay. Crack Mindstone, draw a card. Alright. Paying cost for TKS. We'll take 2 down to 13. TKS will find nothing though. Sure. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One short Emrakul. We'll draw. Ugin's pretty good here. Well, let's start by going to combat. Attack with Sire. Would you like to block? You would not like to block. I'll cast Ugin, which will force them to use the Flute, I'd imagine. Yep. Cast Flute. We'll pass in full. Ugin is a dud, but also means that now they can't cast their Ugin, of course. I guess there's a chance they don't name Ugin, but I was about to say, I'd imagine they do. You're currently in a pretty bad position. Paying cost 4. Karn, which means you can grab Bridge. That is quite unfortunate for me. And there's the bridge. So now I need K command. K command, Ice Till would both be good here. I'll take a Rumble even. Draw. Speaker. Speaker is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn they go Liquid Metal Coating's the problem. Yeah, this is problematic. I will pass. And we'll hold on the off chance it's relevant. Yeah, the top deck Karn's kind of hard here. Map trigger, so now they have Tron. Crack the map. Yep. There's Power Plant. I still imagine Karn -4 Liquid Metal. Casting TKS. Finds the speaker. Quite unfortunate for me. Kind of need that speaker for the potential future plans, but no such luck. 2, 4, 5, 6. And then again, Karn minus for Liquid Metal. So I think what I need here at this point is K command or Flute. I guess K command, Flute, or Heat would be my outs here. There's Liquid Metal Coating. Yep. So yeah, we need K command at this point. And draw. Targets the forest, so it means we can't find ourselves a Ice Till. K command would help us ramp and scry draw. Talisman does not cut it, which means at this point we are locked out. I do not see a way forward. No. Yep, let's not play to the point. We'll concede. There's nothing we can do here. Unfortunate. That Karn off top won them for sure. Won them the game for sure. All right, we'll be back for match number 4. All right, and we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. We can make this work. We'll keep. What say you, friendo? Are you on Wanshi-Tong still? If so, this hand's not bad for it. The cash triggers are nice in game 1, of course. The question is what you want to find off of Devourer. I'm not sure about that. Sprawl's interesting. Talisman's also interesting. Talisman does not dodge Spell Snare, where Sprawl does. So we could play Verdant Cat. Actually, Stomping Ground tap, Verdant Cat next turn, Sprawl, and set up, I guess? Yeah, I think that's probably right. So let's go Sprawl. I'll go Stomping Ground tapped here, and pass. And pass. I suppose we could have played Temple, because not as if we're going to be playing anything next turn. Though I guess we don't want to play the Temple ahead of a Field of Ruin, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're going to get a turn 3 before their turn... before they're at 3 mana. So I guess we could have played Temple. Played Verdant Catacomb Fetch. Pithy Needle naming what? What the fresh hell are you naming of Pithy Needle? That's fine. We'll draw. So this no longer feels like one Shitong, to say the least. This sounds like Affinity to me. So we're going to go Verdant Cat Fetch for a... Do I even need to go for a Forest then? Since they're not one Shitong. So I'm thinking we go Commercial District Surveil into Sprawl. Let's do that. Lab. We'll go Lab. Yeah, now I do wish I had gone Temple, because then we would... I guess we wouldn't have necessarily have seen that it was Lab, to be fair, so we're still kind of playing blind. That's fine. We'll pass. Next question becomes, do I want to Myco Spawn or go Speaker? Yeah, there's definitely Affinity. Yeah. Dio seems to play a wide variety of decks, because last time we were there on one Shitong. I think before that they may have been on Affinity. We've also played against Birthing Rift. There's Pinnacle. Tormod's Crypt, okay. EE0, okay. So now you have Kappa on 2. And there's Kappa. I swear to God, every Affinity opponent somehow always manages to have Kappa on 2. I don't know how it happens, but it always does. Lab. Well, this becomes Trixie now. How do we deal with 8-9 power on board? I mean, the answer is we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We play Speaker. So I'm trying to think here if we can somehow angle to Emrakul fast enough. The problem is this Tormod's Crypt already is going to cut us short. Right? So I think we have to go Myco Spawn and ramp. Let's play the Temple. Caking at this point's meaningless with Cap on board. I guess we can do both. Myco Spawn, ramp, Lab, Lab Imprint, Speaker, Speaker Pitch Bog. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think Emrakul is reasonably fast enough, so I think we might instead want to play Sire 7 Death. Yes, we'll go Sire. So that way we can just try and stabilize long enough through the Kappa. Because we're going to take a minimum of 8 here. Probably, actually 9. If it's 8, we can block, but doubtful. Weapons. No shot we can block. Sporfic Springs. Shock. Pinnacle Emissary Warp. Okay, we cannot block, in fact. So this is 9, 10 down to 9. Yeesh. Which means that I'm pretty sure we're dead. Yeah, because next turn they're going to be able to play the Pinnacle Emissary. Shit. Yep. Let's see what we draw into. I still ain't cutting it. We can't block, so we just lose. Yep. We will see. That's so unfortunate. Alright, so care turn, stay, dismember in, gemstone out, ghost quarter out, 6, ice still out, and Emrakul, keeping Bojuka Bog in case of Emery. We didn't see it, but it could be relevant. And I believe that should be it. Let's run it back. Alright. I mean, our game one definitely is weaker into Affinity if they have an early Kappa start like that. There's just not anything we can do. So, we're going to be leaning hard into Vexing Bauble and Fade here for sure. Speaking of, I will keep... Love to see a 7 of value spell off top. That way we can play Speaker on too. It would be ideal. Misty Rainforest fetch for a forest. Bauble pass. And pass. Fiery Islet Warp. Nope. EE1 for the Vexing Bauble, okay. We'll draw. Fade from history, pretty good here. I will lab, no imprint. Talisman, and pass. I mean, if you spend your turn EE for 1, I'm kind of okay with that. Do you crack the EE? You do. We'll crack the Bauble. Draw. Sprawl. Pass. Bauble. Target me. Bauble. Target self. Pass. Bauble trigger. Draw. Temple. So, I could very well fade here and get rid of Saga. I don't think it's worth it, though, if I'm being honest. I think we save the fade for later. So, what would we like to do here, then? 2 types in yard. I think we speaker pitch a talisman. We'll play the temple. Let's sprawl. Sprawl for green. So in that case, first we're going to talisman. And then speaker. Speaker pitch talisman. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're currently 3 short Emrakul, so not going Emrakul. Instead, I'm thinking we go Myco Spawn, so we can kick the Saga. It's either Myco Spawn or Breaker, but I think I want to go Myco Spawn. Do we want to go Myco Spawn, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could go Breaker. The only issue, of course, is consigned to memory. I think I do want to go Myco Spawn. That way, when we fade, we have more lands to work with. We're going to go Myco Spawn, yeah. We'll pass. Bob will target me. Sure, sure. Bob will trigger. We'll pass in full. Saga trigger. Mm-hmm. Islet. Tormod's Crypt. Glad we didn't go for the Emrakul lines. We'll draw Sprawl. I don't need to sprawl right now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we do if we want to play an Ugin, let's say, from hand. Wouldn't be a half bad idea to sprawl stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Also, if you want to play around Rebuke, no, I guess we just need 7. So do I care to cast Sprawl right now? I don't think so. No. So let's just kick Myco here. Myco kick, hit Saga. You want to make a construct or you have consign? If you have consign, then you don't have a construct, so makes a construct, that's fine. So what do we want to grab then? I might just grab a Fetch Surveil, honestly. I think that probably makes the most sense. Yes, at this point. Though, 2, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Be 1 short. Yeah, I'm still not sure going towards Emrakul makes sense with this Tormod's Crypt up. So I think we're going to go Wooded Foothill. And then I think I will go to combat, attack for 2, sprawl stack for green, and pass. Spirebluff Canal. Weapons. Memnite. Weapons trigger. You attack the construct. Okay. That is fine. We'll take the 4 down to 13. End step fetch down to 12 surveil. Put Jukabog to yard and we'll draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if you want to Tormod's Crypt, now would be the time to Tormod's Crypt. Because we do have enough. Yep, they counted to 13. So Tormod's Crypt is out. We draw. K command is nice. Now they do have enough for Rebuke. Ooh, this is interesting. So I'm thinking I am going to I'm going to tap. I'm going to untap. I'm going to tap, fade. Oh, I should probably do the smart thing. Tap, fade. Munitions trigger. Do you want to target my bear, I guess? Yep, target the bears, fine. And then no more Rebuke mana, but you could have Consign. But if you have Consign, then that's fine. X equals 5. Bobble, Mycospawn, and opponent scoops it up. We'll take the win. Cool. Solid. We'll bring in Gemstone, trim the Rumble, run it back. Okay. Bobble gets worse on the draw, unfortunately, but we can make it work. No, I don't exactly like 3-ball in this matchup. I don't think it does enough, unfortunately. This hand looks pretty meh. Opponent also mulligans down to 6. We'll mulligan along with them. This hand is so much worse. They mulligan down to 5. I'll join them. Ooh, interesting. Lab, Imprint, Talisman. I think I keep Bauble Return, pitching Gemstone and Shifting. Yes. I think that makes the most sense. Because that way, if they. I mean, I'm really hoping that they have a slow hand, though, is the only problem. Gemstone, shifting out. Done. Pass. Saga trigger. Okay. Passing. Looks like a slow hand to me. So lab, imprint, talisman, bauble, pass. I like a land here though. Saga trigger. Saga. Okay. Draw. Talisman. Close to a land, but not. Talisman. Pass. Hold. No construct for you. You can get an opal on board, though. Yield all. I guess they could needle. Yeah. I'm not sure if that'd be worth it to them, though. The thing is with opal, they're still shy on artifacts. There's the opal. There's an islet. You have a pinnacle emissary. Weapons. So you can turn on the opal, yeah. Draw. Temple's fantastic. Temple. Myco kick. Myco kick the saga. And at this point, I think we go for a fetch surveil. Because right now we're far off of Emrakul. Yep, we'll go fetch surveil. And opponent scoops it up, we'll take the win. Solid. Alright, we'll be back for match number 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. Opponent mulligans down to 6 and reveals Devour. I'll reveal Devour as well and pass. What do you find off of yours? Suppose our opponent's on Tron, and if you can find a green source, this hand is just gas. Okay, so there's Tron, there's Chalice main, Temples, no Tron early, that's fine. Devour trigger. We whiff. That's a problem. We can dig a 5th deep, which I think is what we need to do, unfortunately. So 9 hits. Honestly, I'll just take a... Yeah, I guess 9 hits is really what we're looking for. Draw. Thank God. Sprawl. Green. Pass. And pass. Double Temple. TKS. Fleshraker. Fleshraker's fine. We'll draw. Sire. So I have some options here of what we can do. We can go Temple into Myco spawn. That is one option. We could also Speaker pitch a card. And that's another option. If we go Speaker pitch a card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd be 1 short of Myco, though. Actually, how does Sprawl fit into this equation? Because normally Sprawl's mana neutral, but I think this actually might be mana positive. So I go 1, 2, untap, Sprawl, 1, 3. Right? 3, 4, 5? No. It'd still be short 1 unless we find a land. So that wouldn't work. So the question is if we go Myco Ghost Quarter. The thing is if I go Myco Ghost Quarter, I'm not going to want to Ghost Quarter until my next turn. Because then we want to, if we don't find a land, we can Ghost Quarter our own land and then Ice Till and then Ghost Quarter. Interesting. Very interesting. The other option, of course, is we could go Myco into Sprawl. No. I think just go Myco into Ghost Quarter, honestly. There's Myco. Let's grab the Ghost Quarter. Again, the question now becomes, do I Ghost Quarter now and hope for a land off top? I think I do. Let's Ghost Quarter now. Hit the Temple Pass. We're going to hope for a land off top for the ice still so we can Ghost Quarter loop. Power Plant, sure. For Eldrazi. You have a TKS? There's the TKS. Do you grab the do you grab the ice? So I think you have to grab the ice still. If you don't, you potentially get hit by the Ghost Quarter loop. Grabs the ice still. Yep. The thing is right now, like, if I'm going to cast the ice still, I really want to hit the Ghost Quarter. K return. K return's interesting here. The thing is, we'd have to take off a turn to do it, though it hits the Fleshraker and the Spawn, knocking them off of mana. Alternatively, we can go Speaker for the ice still, pitch the return. That's kind of interesting, too. We could pitch the return. This Fleshraker, though, is a kind of a problem. They did it their land drop last turn with Power Plant. Speaker gets us to the ice still. I think we go Speaker. Speaker pitch, the K return, Sire, Devourer. Honestly, I don't think the Devourer's doing much. We're going to pitch the Devourer. I'm going to grab... Oh, shit. Ice still was in my opening exile. So we'll grab the Myco Spawn then. That's so unfortunate. Okay. We'll pass. No attacks. We could also have attacked and see if they block the TKS, yeah. So if we find a land, we can kick the Myco Spawn. And then I guess next turn, yeah, we can attack with a Myco Spawn and see if they block the TKS into the return. Also an option for sure. I feel like they definitely drew into the TKS, otherwise they would have played the TKS on 2 instead of the Fleshraker on 2. So I don't think they have another TKS unless they just drew into it again. They currently have 5 Eldrazi mana. And they know the Myco Spawn is primed. Are they draw into the second TKS? No, it's a K Command X3. Ramp and Scry draw will take 4. Yeah, I definitely want a K return next turn then. Sweep these spawns off board. I would like another... I guess we don't need another land because the Speaker is a +1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So we can Sprawl and return after we attack with the Myco. See if they block the TKS. And then how much did they top draw? They 1 top, 2 bottom. Is Karn? It is Karn. So Karn will go for coding. What is this? Dismember? Rude as hell. So it means I can no longer go Sprawl and return. Does Karn minus for coding is the question now. Yep, there's the coding that they're short. So they're definitely going to block the Myco spawn. There's K command. Alright, let's go attacking. Attack at the card. They'll block with a TKS. Yep. We then will... Ah, shit. Right. Yeah, that's why I need to pay more attention, because this is on green, not on red. We do not have red. We would have had red if we were able to speaker into Sprawl, but that was not the case. So, what do now? K command X2. Looking for a stomping ground or fetch, I suppose. Not what I wanted to be doing with this, but I think we need to now. Commercial District Woodland does not cut it. We draw fresh Sprawl. Unfortunate. We're just going to concede here. Yep. Nope. I got too caught up in the potential idea of K returning the TKS after attacks. That was, unfortunately, not the right choice because Sprawl is on green and not red. Alright. Flute. Heat. K return out. Bajuka Bog out. 6 out. Gemstone out. And run it back. Yep. Need to always make sure we double check our mana base before plotting out lines, because, yeah, without the speaker, that did screw us over, unfortunately. On the play for game 2. This is workable. I'll keep. We're angling for a kicked Myco on 3. Opponent will mulligan to 6. We will reveal the Devourer and trigger. There's the Myco spawn. Forest, Sprawl. We'll go green. We'll pass. And pass. Lab. Imprint. They must have drawn into the Devourer. Flute, naming. You could name Ghost Quarter. You could name Ugin, but that would be symmetrical. What are we thinking here, friend? Myco spawn, interesting. We'll draw. We're going to imprint regardless and hold up the K command. So Myco spawn's kick is now 9 mana. Otherwise it's 7. There's TKS. So in that case, we'll K command. And done. Formidable Speaker Rumble. Both are pretty good, honestly. Speaker tutors, Rumble digs 4 and ramps. The Rumble does fill yard, though I think they are still going to be forced to take the Myco regardless. So I think I'm going to go top draw, show the Speaker. I imagine you take the Myco regardless. Yep. I was pretty sure you had to. We'll draw. Let's start with Rumble. There's Ghost Quarter Breaker Sire. I will grab Breaker. I will imprint Breaker. No reason to imprint. I think I'm just going to Windswept Teeth fetch. Yep, Windswept Teeth fetch for a forest. And Speaker. Speaker pitch Lab for Ice Till. And we'll pass. So next we have the Ghost Quarter loops, or we have a Breaker to break. Do you have another TKS? TKS attacks, we'll take the 4, down to 15. Okay. Tower, sure. Map, sure. Mindstone, sure. Got anything else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. K command. Ice Till. Ghost Quarter. Mill a card. K command. Ghost Quarter target. Ghost Quarter. Mill a card. Ghost Quarter target. Float. Crack map, that's fine. And we have currently a K command X equals 3, right? 4 or 5, yeah. Lab to hand. Sure, sure. And at this point, I mean, we're not going to block with this Speaker, but I don't want to attack right now either. I want to hold the K command. All right, we'll pass. Do you have a solution to the Ice Till? Based on the Cracked Mindstone, I'm going to say no. Lab. Imprint Ugin. Casting. Karn the Great Creator. Karn will resolve. Do you grab Tormod's Crypt? And there's Tormod's Crypt. Sure. Tormod's Crypt target me will resolve. Okay. And I don't imagine you attack. So in that case, we're going to hold the K command. So we can get rid of the TKS and attack down Karn. Even better. Mill a card. Flute. So we can exile TKS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So... thinking. Because we don't want to hit down Karn for sure. I guess I'll ramp in exile? No. Scrydraw exile? Because, yeah, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, hold on. If I ramp exile. In that case, I have enough for both. Cool. TKS down. Trigger, draw, shock, mill, breaker. And opponent screws it up, we'll take the win. Cool. That way you can break or break, and we're good to go. Let's see. On the draw for game 3, The hand might be too slow, but we'll keep. We have 8 hits off top for soul lands. Lab Imprint. Casting Mind Stone. So a card on 2 here would be problematic. Green. We'll pass. Pass. Power Plant. If that's a Karn, then yeah. On the play, Karn on 2's just almost impossible for me to deal with, shy of a Flute. So I think, unfortunately, this is a GG's. Yep, we'll concede. GG's. Karn gonna do Karn things. But still, a 3-2 record at the end of 5. Funny enough, actually, our losses both to Tron, and in both cases were to Karn wins. So it is what it is. With that being said, though, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. Be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my success and failure, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached the point of the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we do continue to grow this channel. However, if you would like to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. With that being said though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!